Alright, what's going on? Welcome back. How y'all doing? So you guys already know, another Cusco mod for the Subi. As you guys know, I have a lot of Cusco stuff for this car. And this is something I've actually been looking for a long time. I just didn't want to spend the $550 on it. I don't know why they're so expensive, but I was able to source these on my favorite place, Facebook Marketplace, for pretty much $100 from someone who was selling it. Was missing all the hardware, but I reached out to Kenji at Cusco, and he went ahead and provided me with the hardware. It wasn't expensive. I think it was like 20 some bucks. So this kit comes with a special on hardware. You can't use stock hardware on it. So for pretty much you guys who want to do it, if you do buy a used set, we have all our tools that we need. We have our instruction manual, our torque specs, but pretty much this brace is for this area right here. So when you go to install it, it should pretty much mount to that exhaust shield right there, and then mount to transmission mount right there, and then transmission mount right there. So these guys, and then that guy right there. I went ahead and put some PB Blaster on the bolts just to get them nice and penetrated, and then now we're gonna go ahead and start taking the things off. You're gonna want to jack your transmission so it doesn't lean or whatever for you, just to be safe. But yeah, this is pretty much everything. So now to begin doing the installation.
Alright guys, I'm gonna take a second out of today's video to give a shout out to our sponsor for today's video. Big shout out to Urboro Domo for sending us these beautiful office chairs / gaming chairs. Let's get these unboxed and show you guys. Alright, now that everything's unboxed, let's get it assembled. And just to give you an idea, this is what I was using before. So I'm very excited to be able to have this chair, because you guys saw what I have sucks. Alright, so this is our gaming chair, office chair that they sent us. So a few features of it. Goes up, goes down. It has this reclining feature, unlock, so it comes straight forward like that. You're able to recline all the way back and be able to sit like this if you wanted. It's actually pretty cool. There's a lot of cool stuff on it. You have your adjustable headrest, and then right here as well on the back, this back plating. It allows you to change how much your lumbar support you want right here on your lower back. So very nice setup, very happy with it. So thank you Urboro for the gaming chair. Very happy with it. It looks good. Definitely better than what I had before. So if you guys are looking to get yourself one of these, there will be a link in the description with a coupon code. Go check it out, get yourself one. Urboro, thank you for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get back into it. Hope you guys enjoy it.
So I want to also explain some of the hardware for you guys, just because there's one video on YouTube out there, but the hardware isn't explained correctly, and I believe he actually installed it wrong from reading the instruction manual. So I used the caliper we have and went ahead and measured the bolts so I could use the right ones. So this part, you have no holes on the chassis, that's threaded, so you need this long stick that has this welded M8 nut on the back. You guys can see I was originally gonna do rivets, but when I was able to source this, I don't have to. So you have this, and then this hardware. So this hardware sits like that. Spacer goes underneath, and that is for it to fill the hole in. This right here for the top. So they provide you with this fatty bolt and washer. Now this is only, I guess, used for automatic cars, so we won't be using these two at all. And then now we have this guy for this point. So this is the secondary transmission mount. Since this one uses OEM, this uses the secondary. Now this is different than the factory. It's a 10.9 size 8 Allen bolt, and I believe it's 35 mil. Now this setup comes with a spring washer, and then there was an extra washer in the kit. I wasn't really sure what it was for, but as you guys can see right here, it seems like it's a perfect fit for this hole. Now when I take off the factory bolt, I'm going to measure with a caliper to make sure this isn't longer, etc., and see if we need that spacer or not, but easily comes out. And then the rear, you are provided with a new 10mm M8 bolt and washer for the exhaust shield. That's pretty easy to install. Now obviously the tools you're gonna need is 10, a 17, and as well as a 14. I recently got this set up, so the swivel heads, I'm excited to use it. You can use your normal tools as well, and then you're gonna need a few things like breaker bar, ratchet, torque wrench, and then you can use a normal ratchet, or I'm using my new Milwaukee impact half-inch ratchet. This can actually break bolts loose, which is nice. Excited to use it, so we'll get right to it. So the instruction manual you can find on Cusco's website. This is your passenger side, this is driver side. Okay, so that's obviously fits all these chassis. So first, in the instruction manual, If you buy this kit, it comes in Japanese. Install the English one so you can read. First step, you're gonna want to remove the bolt in the front that's holding the transmission brace with the, so there's two bolts as you guys saw. The back bolt is what you're gonna want to loosen. And then step number 2 will be your exhaust shield. So 10 mil, 14 mil, 17 mil. And after that's done, then you're gonna go ahead and install the brace. Now for number 3, it says for all manual vehicles, use factory bolts here. If your car is a GHA auto chassis, then you gotta use the M1225. And if your car is the SH automatic auto, then you need to use that spacer 2, which is the hardware we won't be using because we're a manual transmission STI. So it says use factory, but this is what you would use if you have an automatic car with this silver spacer. But we're not going to be using that because we have manual transmission STI. So, and you guys can see in the instructions for the auto, the spacer goes right there in the hardware here. Now for the little bracket thing that we had, a nut fastener bracket, I'll show you guys how to do it. But that one utilizes pretty much the spacer, your Cusco bracket, flat washer with the M8 button style number 5 Allen. But the rest is pretty easy. Torque specs, I believe this was 103 and this was 56. But now that explains everything, we can go ahead and begin our installation. I like to label everything, so P and D. So on our side, paint pen for the bolts. Yes, you don't have to do this, but it's good practice. But now that we know this is driver's side, we'll go ahead now and begin loosening all the hardware. Alright, so we got our 3 hardwares out. So after doing some visual inspections, so this hardware is the same as this. This is for the front, which we use. Now, this is the hardware that holds the back transmission mount. As you can see, it's nice and short. Now, if you guys look at this, with the thicker if there was no thicker washer, that bolt is way too long. But if we move this bolt to where the washer would be right there, you guys can see, better. So right here you guys see the bolt and washer. Now if we move this bolt up to this, as you guys can see, there's just a little bit longer. Now when it sits inside the brace, we'll push it to the perfect amount. So for the big butthead Allen size 8 in the back, you do need to use this spacer, like how I pushed it in here. Same thing with this, it's just slide right in. And then for the exhaust shield, it's just this little guy, which is the same as that. So yeah, very nice, very easy. Side's already off. Now we can go ahead and throw the brace. So when you get under here, pretty easy. We have all our hardware. Let's see, R17. All right, so you're just gonna go under here and alright, so before you guys torque anything down, I obviously tightened it up and it's fine. Before torquing any of these, guys, you want to do this beforehand. So this sleeve they give you, you're supposed to put through this hole right here, and it's supposed to be bent somehow to reach here. And then for the hardware, so for the hardware, this little spacer, this spacer is supposed to go in here, and then you put the hardware through. Alright, so now it's tiny. You guys can see the little spacer right there. Not the first hole. You're gonna want to use the second hole and come, and you'll see the little bracket right underneath through that hole right now. Then you take your size 5 with your hardware and the bolt and the washer, and go ahead and tighten it down. And then you can tighten everything and torque them down the spec. Alright guys, so now we're pretty much gonna look at our torque sheet. So the back bolt for the back of the brace, this is what is a T4. And T4 on Subaru is 51.6 foot-pounds. Foot-pounds is the second increment. The front bolt, which is that 17, so this got replaced by that Allen number 8 now. And then this one, which is the 17, that we use the factory bolt. If you have automatic, you would use the Cusco bolt, but you torque it back to 103 foot-pounds. So 51 foot-pounds for the back one, 103 for the front, and then the other two, you just do whatever. Well, you don't do whatever, but you just tighten it. I just use my torque ratchet and torques it pretty much as tight as I could. And then for this guy as well, pretty much just tighten it up so it's tight. But yeah, it looks good. This is how it looks underneath the car. Very, very nice. Matches the front brace, our Cusco diff carrier, bunch of goodies under here, which is very nice. So yeah, just now we're gonna do the other side. So same thing, that bolt, those two I already TV blastered them. Remove them, put the brace on. The hardest part of this install was sliding this metal bracket in here and getting it to fit, but when this is tight, just bend this up and you're good to go. It looks very good. I'm very happy with it. All right, so we finished our install pretty much. It's very easy, guys. This doesn't take that long. As you guys can see, the brackets right there. Sorry, but it looks good now with the front bracket as well. Bracing's nice. It's very easy to install. So same thing, this is what it looks like underneath. Front bolt, back bolt, or a little bolt with the sliding pin, and a rear. But this is how it looks for both sides. Very nice, very happy with it. But anyways, that's the video for you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Some more Subaru content. And like I said, I didn't find any other videos on this, so hopefully this helps more of you guys out. Thanks, peace, see you guys in the next one.